Welcome to Discover Barnstable, the official podcast of the Town of Barnstable, a podcast where you can meet the people who steward the programs and services that connects us to our quality of life here in the Town of Barnstable. We invite you to join the conversation as we navigate municipal government and our community pathways to help you discover Barnstable. I'm Lynne Poyant, and today I am joined with guests Golf Director Jesse Schechtman and Director of Golf Maintenance James Bentley, as we explore this week's topic of discussion of golf. Jesse Schechtman is a Barnstable High School graduate. He joined the town's golf department in 2015. Jesse was recently promoted to the Director of Golf and has received countless local and regional PGA recognitions, including the Cape Cod PGA Professional of the Year. Welcome, Jesse.
Thanks for having me.
Our pleasure. And James, also a graduate from Barnstable High School, as am I, and has been part of the town's golf department since 2004, recently promoted to Director of Golf Maintenance. James has worked on extensive projects such as implementing the Sustainable Land Management Plan for the town golf courses. Welcome, James.
Thank you.
We're glad to have you here. So the first question that I'll ask is, Jesse, can you describe the golf program and services offered in Barnstable? You know, how many courses do we have? Are they open year-round? That kind of thing.
Sure. So the town of Barnstable owns and operates two fantastic golf courses. They're actually the only two regulation golf courses in Barnstable that are open to the public. Number one being Old Barnstable Fairgrounds Golf Course, which was originally built by the town and opened in 1992. And then Hyannis Golf Course, which actually opened in 1975, but was privately owned and operated until the town purchased it in 2005. As far as programs offered in-house, we offered a very wide range of structured playing opportunities, from super relaxed 9-hole leagues to highly competitive club championships and everything in between. We host a substantial number of large outings, most of which are corporate and/or charitable events, and a lot of them are open to the public as well. Hyannis Golf Course is very proud to be one of only two First Tee programs on Cape Cod. The First Tee program, led by PGA professional David Donnellan and his team of coaches. It's a fantastic program that essentially uses golf as a vehicle to teach important life skills to kids of all ages and backgrounds. David does a phenomenal job with the program. Anyone interested in checking it out, firstteemass.org would be the best spot. As far as the seasonality, Hyannis Golf Course does stay open year-round, weather permitting, and frankly, even with a little snow on the ground, we'll still have golfers out there. Old Barnstable Fairgrounds, however, typically closes late in the fall, around Thanksgiving time, once the temperatures drop to where we really aren't seeing enough traffic on a daily basis to have both golf courses up and running.
Very good. And I have to say that the First Tee program has been a phenomenal success at Hyannis Golf Course. I know that it's one of the programs that has got both young men and women involved, girls and boys, into playing. And in addition to learning their life skills, they also have a lot of fun.
It's great.
So next up, is there a changing demographic to golf? What age groups do our programs provide for? And I know I have some recently retired friends who are part of the women's league, and they're having a blast doing that. And what level of experience?
So that's the beautiful thing about golf and what we offer is you look at the age range of the people who enjoy our facilities, and you'll find it's massive. 8-year-olds enjoying the game right alongside 88-year-olds. Absolutely everyone is welcome. That goes for experience level as well. On any given day, you'll see people just starting to learn how to play the game of golf right alongside some of the better players in the state working on their game. As far as the demographics, I say this a lot and I feel strongly about it. This ain't your grandfather's game anymore. There's a stigma and has been out there for a while about golf, is that it's for old rich men, and it's simply not the case. More and more young people are getting involved. More and more women are getting involved, and it's awesome to see. These facilities essentially serve as supplemental youth and senior centers, where one person might regularly visit the Barnstable Adult Community Center for social interaction, exercise, what have you. We have people utilizing our golf courses for the same exact reasons. And the same goes for the youth in the area. The golf courses, they provide a safe space to recreate and just enjoy being outdoors here on beautiful Cape Cod.
That's fabulous. And do you have some of the schools using Hyannis Golf as their primary?
We do. We currently have Barnstable High School, Trinity Christian Academy, Sturgis East, and Pope John Paul. All 4 of those schools call Barnstable their home base.
That's great.
Yeah.
James, we're going to flip the subject a little bit. Barnstable Golf's environmentally sustainable land management plan was implemented in May of 2019. Can you talk a little bit about that with us?
Sure. So this is year 4 of the program, and what we've kind of done is we're at a level where we've reduced from what we used to use. We're down to 75 to 80% less of traditional fungicides and fertilizers, synthetic fertilizers. It's been a big learning curve. We're using a lot more carbon-based products, biofungicides. There's all kinds of them on the market. Some of them work great. Some of them clog the sprayers. So we've had some successes, a lot of failures, and we're still trying to find what works best. Some things that work great at Hyannis don't work so well at Old Barnstable. 2 different golf courses, 2 completely different soil profiles. So it's still very a fluid program.
They're like children. They each have their own personality.
They do. They definitely do. And irrigation systems and water quality, all that ties in. So it's kind of, we're still working at it. I use, what we basically try to do is use products. Our thresholds have changed. What I mean by that is, years ago, we'd see a problem, an infestation, bam, right away, take care of it, knock it out. Now it's like, all right, we can live with that disease for a little bit until it gets to a certain point, and then we pick the safest product for the golfer, the employees, and the environment to try to keep it under control and still maintain good conditions on the golf courses.
That's great. And in a situation where there might be a drought, how does that affect your maintenance plan?
That was a big challenge this year. We're now in a level 2 critical drought, and we have a water permit from DEP, and basically it's we adhere to that. And so right now we're not watering roughs at all, and fairways are down to 50%. So a sprinkler head that gets 20 minutes of water is down to 10.
Because that actually affects the implementation of some of your
absolutely does. Yep. And
applications is what I was thinking of.
Of course. Yep. And it's funny, all that rain we got and then ended up causing a problem on the greens. We have black algae now at both golf courses just from all that rain, which,
wow.
It doesn't really going to hurt anything. It'll go away on its own. But,
wow. So
we were dry, and then
our maintenance crew has a way of seeing things that they are displeased with that the average golfer doesn't even notice. So that's sometimes they have to remind themselves, and I say they because they're the experts, not me. They have to remind themselves that, all right, we may not be extremely happy about this particular thing, but most of the golfers don't even notice. So it
didn't affect ball roll or anything on the greens. It's just we see it and it bothers us.
Right.
And that's because you're the ultimate professionals, and I have to say that we've always had a tremendous number of compliments on the conditions of the facilities and the fairways, the greens, everything over the years. I had the pleasure of having golf. I was, in my former life here at the town, I was the director of community services. And so for 14 years, golf was part of one of my divisions. And I truly appreciated everything that everybody has done to maintain the facilities so that they had the sterling reputation that they do. Jesse, I'm going to go back to you on this one. Is food and drinks provided at the courses, and can weddings and private functions or events be held?
So both golf courses have full service bar restaurants. They are independently contracted, although we do work closely with them in a number of ways. The large wraparound deck at Old Barnstable is an absolute hidden gem, as the abutting grass airfield serves as a backdrop for some of the most gorgeous sunsets you'll ever see. You're going to see prop planes, gliders, blimps. It's a really cool spot. Then, as far as weddings and larger scale functions, Hyannis has by far one of the best function rooms on Cape Cod. Overlooking the golf course, it has plenty of space for 150 plus guests. very easy to get to location, just seconds off the Mid-Cape Highway, and newly renovated just last year. So really, no matter the occasion or size of any particular group, we have a space that's sure to make for a successful and enjoyable event at one of the two locations.
Great. And we have some staff who absolutely love some of the specialty days that are held at Old Barnstable Fairgrounds. Where can people go to find out more about the golf on municipal courses here in Barnstable?
We actually just last month launched a beautiful brand new website for the golf division, barnstable.golf. It's filled with lots of great pictures, tons of information on exactly what Barnstable golf is all about. And then also, of course, the actual Barnstable town homepage has a ton of golf information on it if you really want to get into it. But barnstable.golf will probably answer 99 out of 100 questions you might have, and give you some really nice pictures and videos to boot.
That's awesome. Thank you. So now we're going to get into the fun part of the podcast here, and I'm going to start with you, James. We're going to do our rapid fire questions, and we'll do both of you with the same question. But James, what is your favorite time of day?
I like sunrise. I'm an early person. Well, you kind of have to be in the golf business, but especially being out in the course, both courses, there's certain holes I like where the sun comes up and the way the sun hits the turf, it's just beautiful. So
that's great. And Jesse?
I'll go other side and say sunset. I'm not exactly a night owl, but yeah, same thing. It's the golf courses are so beautiful when the sun is low, be it rise or set. It accentuates all the little humps and the topography. It's really beautiful when the sun's low.
That's awesome. I haven't done a sunrise I've done it at beaches. I haven't done it at the golf course. I'll have to try that sometime. James, what was your first concert?
Allman Brothers, early 2000s at Great Woods. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And Jesse?
Rod Stewart. I was 12 years old and Mom wanted to go, so we went.
There you go.
In Philadelphia, the Spectrum. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. And James, where was your favorite place in Barnstable?
Oregon Beach and Katuitt. It's kind of a hidden gem. Not as many people know about it down way at the end.
Until you mention it.
Until you mention it. Maybe, yeah. But no, I like it down there.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you. And Jesse?
I know this is vague, but vague and corny, but it's true. Anywhere on a golf course with friends. If I had to say a specific spot, 13th tee at Old Barnstable. Just a really cool, beautiful spot. Beautiful golf hole, elevated tee right next to the horse farm. Or the 12th tee at Hyannis, same kind of thing. Just elevated tee, beautiful hole. But any put me on a golf course with friends, and I'm happy.
That's awesome. I wouldn't expect anything less from you. Well, thank you, gentlemen, for joining us today. We're very happy to have had you. And I want to thank our audience for taking the time to listen to Discover Barnstable, the official podcast of the Town of Barnstable. We hope that you found a new understanding of how your municipal government works to protect, engage, and enact for you and our community. Be sure to drop us a line at podcast@town.barnstable.ma.us and let us know what you would like to learn next. Until next time, go discover Barnstable.